Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 27th Annual STEM Conference organized by AAUW Redlands. My name is Deepika Srivastava. I'm the STEAM and Innovation Coordinator at Redlands Unified School District. It is my honor to introduce Superintendent Ariano.
Good morning, everybody. And it is an honor and a pleasure to welcome all of you to the 27th Annual AAU STEM Conference. As you know, the theme of the conference is endless possibilities. And I'm going to come back to those two words here in just a few seconds. But we are so very happy that you're here with us this morning. I want to begin by giving a very special thanks to the American Association of University Women here in Redlands for being such a great partner over the years and putting on this conference now 27 times, and their tireless efforts to motivate our students to think about a world and a career in science, technology, engineering, and math, and most importantly, to go to college. My wife was someone who grew up being told, you're not smart enough to go in those fields. You're not smart enough to go to college. Women don't seek careers in math, science, and engineering. And lo and behold, when she was 29 years old, based on just self-determination, she went back to college and is now ending her 22nd year as a nurse working in emergency rooms. So I'm very proud of her, but it has taught us, especially with our 4 children, 3 of which are girls. My 2 oldest daughters, who are 21 and 24, and then my youngest daughter, who is now 11. We have spent our entire lives with them, making sure that we are encouraging them to dream big, to set goals, to believe in themselves, and not accept I can't. Either if it's I can't because you believe you can't, or other people's are telling you you can't. You certainly can. There are endless possibilities for each one of you, which again is the theme of the conference. So during this conference, you're going to have an opportunity to hear from many experts in their respected fields that require a background in STEM: forensic scientists, GIS mapping professionals, veterinarians, firefighters, pilots, lawyers, healthcare professionals, clean energy professionals, just to name a few, all that require a background in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So STEM is everywhere in our lives, and the expertise in STEM is a major factor in our continued development of our great country and for the health and prosperity of everyone in the world. So we truly hope that this conference will motivate you, encourage you, and convince you to work hard and be determined to go to college. Don't be afraid to set goals. Do them now, but don't do it alone. You have people around you here today, or your counselors, or your teachers, or your principals that can help guide your goals and help answer those questions and deal with some of those anxieties or maybe fright about going to college. We are all here to help you get to those achievements that you so wish for. So you've seen this. We want you to set your goals. Don't be afraid to fail. Believe in yourselves. Think big. So again, welcome to the conference, and we hope that it'll be an enjoyable experience. And once again, thank you to our colleagues at AAUW. You guys do amazing work for our children. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ariellano. My name is Sue Wallace. I am president of the Redlands branch of the AAUW this year. On behalf of our organization, I want to welcome you to our 7th annual STEM conference. For those of you who are not familiar with AAUW, it is an acronym for American Association of University Women. It is a national organization dedicated to promoting education and equality for women and girls. We feel that it is important for our young students to learn more about career opportunities available to them in the areas of science, technology, engineering, and math. And so each year, volunteers from our local branch spend months planning this conference. Generally, it is held at the University of Redlands, but because of the pandemic, we are providing this opportunity to hear about careers in these fields through this video conference. We have many generous donors who provide us the means of offering this conference to you, and also the packet of materials and gifts you will be receiving today. The volunteers of our local AAUW, generous donors, and volunteer speakers care about you, and we hope you will enjoy this special day, which has been set aside to focus on your future. And now, let me introduce you to Dr. Nicole Howard from the University of Redlands.
Greetings, everyone. I am so honored to be here this morning to welcome you all to the 27th AAUW STEM Conference. I'm also really excited because I have a chance to share a bit about my own STEM story with you all today. I know you all must have a STEM story. I believe we all have a STEM story. So I just want to take it back to when I was a young girl. I enjoyed absolutely everything that had to do with math, science, and technology. But at some point, similar to the stories you guys have probably all heard, I felt a little bit uncertain about what I could accomplish in STEM. And that was because of the comments I heard, STEM isn't for girls. You shouldn't take that math course or that science course or that advanced course. But then I really had really great friends and family members around me who were excited to see my excitement in STEM. And so they really encouraged me to persist. And so I persisted. Years later, I'm an assistant professor in the School of Education at the University of Redlands, and one of the many courses that I have the privilege of teaching is a STEM methods course for future educators. And who would have thought that I would teach STEM years later, right? And before becoming an educator, I was a creative manager at Paramount Pictures in Hollywood. Very cool, to me at least, where I had the privilege of designing artwork for television and movie campaigns. And I worked on campaigns designing posters and billboards for projects like Twin Peaks, I Love Lucy, Mission Impossible movies. I really enjoyed doing that work. And so as a graphic designer, I persisted. But get this. While I was graphic designing, I was also a professional dancer and a dance teacher. I performed in theatrical productions, and right before I retired from dancing, I had the privilege of performing on stage on a short 6-month tour with Chaka Khan. And if you don't know who she is, Google her. There is this one song that I loved growing up that she sang, I'm Every Woman. That song, every time I heard it, it just reminded me of the fact that I had everything within me that I needed to succeed. And it really was an inspiring time. It was like my final performance, my final dance experience was that tour. But I would never have imagined in my wildest dreams that I would be able to pursue both a passion in STEM and in the performing arts. What a story, right? And like I said, we all have a STEM story. And so I wonder what your stories are now. I wonder what you're going through today. I wonder what stories that you'll have when you reach my age, 21. Because I'm forever 21. No, I'm just kidding. You guys know I can't be 21, right? Seriously. You all are making it through a pandemic. You are persisting. You have likely been doing some innovative things in your school districts right now. You're completing schoolwork. You're finding ways to collaborate with each other. You're completing your day-to-day tasks at home. You're balancing taking care of yourselves, family members. You're staying connected with one another. You are persisting. And so my own story, along with the stories that you will tell in the future, will continue to inform the work that we all do in the area of STEM as we work alongside AAUW to encourage you to persist. I will just say that your presence here today is inspiring to us too. We want to encourage you to stay the course. And so I'm going to share with you really quickly my B's. I got 4 B's that I kind of keep in the back of my mind as I continue on my own personal journey. 1, be willing to stay connected And so today, be willing to meet new friends, stay connected with new friends that you might make today, and stay connected with your old friends because they'll be here for you tomorrow. Number 2, be a community builder. So when you connect, be willing to also open up your community in the future and invite in your new STEM friends, especially those who might feel lonely on this journey. Number 3, be ready for the unexpected. Support each other regardless of what your future courses might be, regardless of which college you attend. And so you hear me talking beyond your 8th grade, 9th grade, your high school experience, and also thinking about what it will be like for you in college. Remember to stay connected with each other, and be ready for the unexpected when it comes to choosing your future careers as well. Be supportive of one another. Number 4, be curious. Never stop asking questions and seeking new knowledge. Finally, I will say that, again, I'm thrilled to be here with you all from the University of Redlands and happy to have you here today. But also, we would love to have you join us at Redlands if you're thinking about it. Join us as an undergrad student. We'd love to welcome you into our community. We offer numerous STEM programs such as biochemistry, molecular biology, communication sciences and disorders, computer science, engineering, health science and society, mathematics. We have a spatial studies minor. We also have a wonderful school of education that I'm in, where if you choose to become a STEM teacher, you can pursue that pathway. We also have the Johnston Center, which allows you to shape your own educational path. I've personally worked with students who have chosen to study Shakespeare and physics, or students who have been curious about Afrofuturism and STEM, or even students who are like me, who have decided to explore the connections between STEM and the performing arts. So I just want you just to think about it. We're here if you want to join our community. We would love to be a part of your community. And again, I just want to remind you, as you move through today and through the future, don't forget my B's. Be willing to connect, be a community builder, be ready for the unexpected, and be curious. And again, so happy to be with you all today. Enjoy the rest of today.
Hi,
And
everyone. Thank you, Nicole. I'm Brandy Bayless, and I'm from Crafton Hills College. We're really excited to be a part of today. We thank you for the opportunity to share what we have to offer at Crafton Hills College. I am a STEM major. I am the Academic Senate President for Crafton Hills College, and I am one of the co-chairs for the math department. Before I came into education, I was a business analyst and a programmer analyst. I worked with data a lot. And then I moved into a full stack web developer where I got to focus on accessibility, which meant that I helped to create websites that were available to everyone, regardless of whether or not they could see the screen or use a mouse or use a keyboard, and open up those resources across the board. It was a great opportunity to be a part of that integration of equity into the online resources. Since then, I moved to Crafton, and along the lines of the limitless possibilities, I became an instructor at the college that I started at. When I started college, I had no interest in STEM. I didn't think it was for me at all. I was terrified of math. And so I signed up for exactly one class, and it was a math class. And I thought, well, if I can't pass it, then I just won't go to college because I know I have to take math at some point. So I might as well just make this the starting point. So I went and tested in like you do, and I tested into basic arithmetic, which meant my very first math quiz in college was on how to spell numbers. I passed it. It was nerve-wracking. I was terrified, but I had female instructors that really took me under their wing and said, you know, it doesn't matter where you start. You can go anywhere you want. And I listened to them and I kept moving forward with them. And then I transferred to Cal Poly Pomona, where I got a bachelor's degree in applied mathematics, and then moved on to get a master's degree in applied mathematics, and then came back to Crafton and got to be a part of what we offer at Crafton. So limitless possibilities. It does not matter where you start. It does not matter where you're sitting now. If you have an interest, don't tell yourself it's impossible. Move forward with it. Since I started at Crafton, we've moved forward to help bring equity into STEM. We've created an entire STEM center. So it doesn't matter if you have a STEM major, or if you've signed up for STEM classes, we welcome you to just explore without having to know where to start. So you can walk into the STEM Center and you can see our STEM calendar, which has all of our STEM activities. You can hear from STEM speakers. You can see what STEM tutoring is like. You can talk to our STEM transfer and career centers. You can talk to a STEM counselor. You can be part of our STEM academic programs. You can talk to STEM faculty, and we're all surrounded there. Another thing that we've done was move embedded tutors directly into the classroom, because we do know that there are roadblocks that we can run into in the STEM majors. That one class that's just holding us back, that we can't quite make it through. And so we've put tutors directly in the classroom to help you out. So if you hit that roadblock, then you have a whole system to help you. You have the tutoring centers sitting in the classroom with you. So while I'm lecturing, they're hearing what I'm saying, they're hearing my methods. And when you go to the tutoring center, you don't have to take the time to explain like, oh, this is what my teacher showed me and I don't know how to apply their methods. The tutor was there with you, they saw everything with you, and they can walk you through it. We have a small college, so we're able to build classes together. So your math instructor talks to your biology instructor, talks to your chemistry instructor. We know what's going on in all of your classrooms. We have a community already built up, and all we're doing is inviting you to become part of that community, to really build with it. As Nicole said, it is really important in STEM that you know that the media they push this idea forward that there are STEM geniuses, that we make these huge leaps, right? That we're all Newton and we come up with a new way of doing math, or we come up with gravity all on our own. But it's not, it's little tiny steps as a community. So walk arm in arm with all of those that are in the STEM majors and make those little tiny steps together, peer review, build each other up, really encourage each other, because we can't do it on our own. So Crafton has built that into the culture, and we welcome you to become a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Brandy. Good morning. I have the privilege, I'm Catherine Brown, and this year I have the privilege of being the chairperson of the 27th annual AAUW STEM conference. I really would like to again thank Redlands Unified School District for partnering with us this year to do this innovative way of holding a field day, which we usually hold at the University of Redlands. As part of your experience today, you've been provided with packets from AAUW, and they include a number of handouts that have been prepared by some of the speakers for the workshops today. They're color-coded. First, the white piece of paper applies to the workshop, What is a Physician's Assistant?, led by Dr. Heather Ontiveros. The pink handout goes with the Audible Partnership of Music and Math, a workshop by Dr. Ann Virasel. The green handout goes with Electrifying Our World, a workshop by environmentalist Kelsey Gormley. The blue handout, which is 2 pages, goes with the workshop Countdown to College by Dr. Susan Bangasser. Finally, the one I'm pretty sure you've already noticed is a yellow handout, which includes a bag of M&Ms. Now, it's okay if you couldn't resist, but assuming you still have your M&Ms, Karen Darnell and Kathy Madero are leading the workshop Tools to Improve Healthcare, and they will be using the M&Ms to solve a logistics problem or explain a logistics problem. Don't worry, if the M&Ms are gone or if you didn't get into that workshop, you can look at the piece of paper. The yellow piece of paper shows you basically the same experiment that they're doing, and you can do it yourself at home. It's a good way to get your mom to buy some M&Ms or your dad. Finally, we've given you a little gift bag, which many community organizations have donated to AAUW specifically for the purpose of helping you enjoy this day. The gift bag includes, as Superintendent Arellano has already shown you the white card that says exceeding expectations. That is the motto and the information you're going to hear about from our Redlands' own world-class athlete, Cherie Gruenfeld, and her workshop. Her advice applies whether you attend her workshop or not. Finally, we have a sticker that shows you the U of R Bulldog, Addie, who's a girl and who's thinking about majoring in STEM. We have a pen that features the Crafton College logo. And we also have, finally, a pin that has our own STEM conference AAUW logo, which you see behind me. I hope you like these gifts. And we are, again, so happy to have you here and have all of the speakers who are going to make this day one we hope you'll remember for many, many years. Thank you. If we were on the U of R campus right now, everybody would be standing up, rushing out of the chapel, if any of you have ever been there for an event, and taking off for various classrooms to attend the workshops in person. We sure hope we'll be back there next year, as much fun as this year is. Deepika?
Deepika, we can't hear you.
If there are any other professionals who are interested in speaking now, we really can't see you girls while we're doing this. So I hope you're all smiling and maybe laughing about the fact that as good as we are, or as we've all gotten with technology, nothing is ever perfect, but it's a good idea not to give up.
I think Deepika's having some technical difficulties with her volume, but I'd be happy to jump in and wrap it up for her. Thank you again all for being here today and our speakers this morning in their stories. We hope that you all have an excellent day and are able to learn a great amount of things today through the experience that you'll have. Students have received 3 emails for information regarding their sessions, and so we should be prepared to move forward. And I think, is that it, Deepika, or is there? She's waving me on, so I think that's it. So thank you, everybody.
Goodbye.